today I'm doing another pinch of num recipe. So I thought this one is a little bit different. I was fancying this, but this is a different version of it. So we're going to be making sausage lasagna. So yeah, we're going to have whole sausages instead of any meat. Obviously I'm using vegetarian sausages, but you can use either in this recipe. So let's have a look and let's see what we do. Okay, so we've got a large frying pan and we've got it over a medium heat, and the recipe says to add some 1 cow spray to your pan, but I don't like using that, so I've just got a oil sprayer, so just spray a little bit on there. And then to that we are going to add 2 onions which have been sliced. 2 red peppers which have been diced. I only had 1, so I've used the yellow one as well. 1 carrot which has been finely diced. And 4 cloves of garlic which have been crushed. So we're going to fry this off on the medium heat for about 5 minutes. Okay, so after 5 minutes everything should have started to soften, and we're going to push everything over to one side. So now we're going to add the sausages. So I've got corn sausages and you need 8 of them. If you're using pork, then try and get the reduced fat ones, 50% less fat. God, there's not much room. Right, so once they're in, we're going to cook these for about 5 minutes, and you want to try and get them brown on all sides. So yeah, we'll have a look after that's done. Okay, so I left these on for a little bit longer because they were frozen, but they're starting to brown and they will be absolutely fine as they are vegetarian, and we're going to be cooking it in the oven as well. So once that's done, I also noticed, I had a look on the pictures, and they've diced the onion, but it definitely says slice on the recipe, so there's that. So now we're going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes. And a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, and a tablespoon of Henderson's relish. I don't use that, so you can use Worcestershire sauce. That's another tablespoon. And then half a teaspoon of oregano, and half a teaspoon of sage, and 1 pork or chicken stock cube. Obviously this is vegetarian, so I've got vegetable stock cube. Just going to crumble that up and add it in, and we're going to give this a good mix. And then we're going to let this simmer for 5 minutes. Okay, so once the mix is done, we are going to move over to the assembly. So I've got a large casserole dish, and we're going to put half of this mixture in without the sausages. Right, I shall guess at about that much. Then we're going to spread this out. Maybe a little bit more. Right, and next you're going to need some lasagna sheets. So they've used dry ones in the recipe, and you put 3 on top of there. I already had some fresh ones which have been in my freezer. So it's been defrosted, that's why it looks a bit wrinkly. That goes on top of there, and then we put the sausages on. And the rest of the mix. And then another 3 lasagna sheets. So obviously I'm just using the one, which mine is a bit big for it, but that's just what we're going to have to do. Right, next up is for the topping. So they've said to use Philadelphia lightest. I didn't read how much, and they want 180 grams. These small tubs are 165. So there we go. So we're going to spread that on top. So I find it's easier if you put it into a bowl. So I'll put it into a bowl and then give it a bit of a mix first. Makes it a bit easier to spread it. Right, let's give this a go. Just make sure all of the lasagna sheet is covered. And then we're going to add half a teaspoon of mustard powder on top. And then we're going to cover the top with 80 grams of reduced fat cheddar. So I'm probably going to add a bit more because I'm missing that 20 grams, 15 grams of cream cheese, so I'm going to have extra cheddar. There we go. And then we're going to cover with some foil. And this is going to go in the oven at 190 degrees for 25 minutes. 5 minutes before the end, we're going to take the foil off and let the cheese brown a little bit for 5 minutes. Right, let's have a look when that's done. Look at that. So the cheese has only just started to brown, but it smells amazing. Right, this is for 4, so I'm going to let this cool down for a minute and then we'll dish it up and see what's going on. Okay, let's give this a try. Oh, that's really good. And that cream cheese on top. Never thought of doing that before. Yeah, it tastes really good. So, yeah, a little bit of effort with that one, but it's still easy. Nice meal. Yeah, definitely going to enjoy that. So, that's it from me. Keep experimenting, have fun, and I'll see you next time.